Okay, I just recorded this whole video but it didn't record, which is annoying, but I'll do it again real quick. So this is the A+ setup of today. I didn't do it yesterday because yesterday was absolute trash. We done nothing, right? We had this bearish gap, London dumped so big I didn't even want to look at AM, but we just traded higher, edged London highs, traded lower, and then come and took them in lunch. Very weird. There was no setups in the lower time frame either. Obviously, you would have kind of expected this 15-minute gap to take us there, but it just didn't happen. Today, however, was beautiful, right? So today, for the higher time frame bias, you're bullish. The reason you are bullish is because we have flipped for the last couple of days, well, yesterday and then today. We are disrespecting bearish PD arrays and we are respecting bullish, right? We inverse this gap right at the bottom. We rebalance this range. We're trading higher from it. We closed above this order block. We then respect this order block going higher. We then respect this order block going higher. We then respect this order block going higher, right? We are just respecting bullish PD arrays. It's clear that we want to go higher. And for me, obviously, the clear draw at the moment is this high here because it's the start of the accumulation of the market maker model, right? So coming into the day, how do we know when to long? Well, what do we need to long? We need a 15-minute manipulation. That puts a protected low, which we have before open, right? We come down here, we sweep London low inside an hourly gap, and we trade above it, and we close above London high, right? So we've now got a dealing range here from London, or not London low, but the low that swept London low. Fuck off, ads. To London high. Well, not London high, but the high that swept London high. So we mark this out. What do we get? 0.5. What does it line up with? A 15-minute gap. This is our narrative. We want to see longs from here. Obviously, the target that we're looking for really is Asia high, right? Because it is the next session-based time target. That isn't obviously ridiculous. Like, yes, we're going to go for this high here. Obviously, eventually, like I said, I'm pretty confident we will. But you are not. You're not going to trade from there from a 1-minute entry. So we're just looking for this high, right? So come down literally off 930. So it's a Judas swing as well, which is just bloody brilliant. Tap the discount. Tap the 15-minute gap that we want to see tapped. Again, this is our protected low down here. So we want to see this range rebalance, which it does. And then we displace, right? 1-minute candle, displace, enter there, stop at the wick. And it just absolutely pumps to Asia high. 2.86R, right? For your break even, technically, you could have gone break even on this pullback and then displace higher. That's technically not terrible because it is a pullback, even though it isn't a proper retracement. The correct way would have been when we take this low and then we take this high, and the reason is because of the 5-minute time frame, right? When we put in this low here, we don't do anything. We don't tap discount of this range. We don't tap a 5-minute PD array. We don't do anything, right? We actually make a 5-minute bullish gap. So if anything, that's a reason that this wants to be filled. So what you do is you wait for so then the move down after that, this one here, that takes this low, that's obviously the low of the 5-minute gap. So we tap the 5-minute gap. Once we tap the 5-minute gap, if we can displace higher and close above the high, which we do here, we should not want to come back for this low until we do what we need to do up here, right? Because this is tapped the 5-minute gap, so it's a valid retracement, and we're now trading away from it. So that low is protected until we do what we need to do, and obviously what we needed to do was take Asia high, right? So we take Asia high, and then obviously, yes, we do come and trade lower, and we trade back into the 15-minute range, and that's like I'm saying, if you were trading this on the 15-minute, right, then you would have obviously, got your long entries, wherever, and you would be your stop down here, and then you would be targeting this high, but we're trading on the 1-minute, so you can't take a 1-minute entry to a 15-minute draw, right? Or like even higher, that's probably like an hourly draw right there, right? It's probably some hourly setup. So you just target Asia, it's the next time-based ERL. Tap the 5-minute, displace higher, that's your break even, works perfectly, and then whatever we do after that, dump, pump, you chop, you don't care, right? You've taken your trade, you're done. If you miss that trade, you miss your trade, right? You're not trying to short back into this range, that's just silly. And then after we take this low again, I'm not really trying to long because I did not want to see this low taken. Because it was the protected low in here. So if this low is not protected anymore, that means this low is not protected anymore, which means the rebalance of this now range isn't as strong because this isn't technically a protected low because this has been proven not to be, if that makes sense. So that's the recap today. Hopefully that doesn't make sense. These adverts are annoying. Yesterday was terrible. Today was good. I wish I took this, but again, I'm not trading fundeds. This is completely hindsight, by the way. I didn't look at the market in live time, but I 1000% would have taken this trade. It's so obvious, it's so clear, and it's the best trade of the day by a mile, and it's really the only trade of the day.